Yo, test it then. It's me, Madness KMA, and I am back once again with another Mad React series. And today, I'm doing it a bit different again. All these seminars or tutorials and YouTubers that speak and say, we work so hard, we're putting all the content out. And I do it like a business. I'm running it like this is my year to produce this channel and make sure I give it the best that I can give it within this year. I gave myself a year, and I'm already a couple months in, and I'm going right through to basically next year, February is my goal, all right, to get this channel to over 1,000 subscribers and then some, hopefully. You know, I'll be loving for those days where I can say, give me 5,000 likes for this. Wow, the work that we put into the channel, you know what I mean? I'm working all hours behind the scenes to get these episodes done, just to keep mindset right of how I want to do my schedule, which is every Wednesday and Friday, as you can see, and I haven't let you down yet since I've been producing the shows since the beginning of the year. Today, we're doing something a bit different, and it's a Q&A. So I decided to go to my Twitter, which I hardly ever use, at DJ Madness KMA, at DJ Madness KMA, one word on Twitter. You can follow me on there. And I thought, let me do one of those Q&As where people can get a chance to get to know me even more, as I'm more of an open book right here on this platform, rather than when it was back in the pirate radio days. People didn't really know who you was. They knew the character that you performed on the radio shows week in, week out. And it got your fan base to a bigger size when it kept on growing and growing, when people knew you before even seeing your face. So, you know, it's a bit different now. So you have to be more open, right? And you can journey with me right here on the channel, Pirate Chronicles series. Do like, subscribe, share, leave the comments down below, and respect to all those that have been leaving their comments in the sections down below and interacting with us, because it just gives me a better feel, and the guys, the cast members, a better feel of what's going on for the audience that we're building right here on the channel. Q&A today. Shall we get into some of these? At DJ Madness KMA on Twitter, I asked you to send in some questions to see what the people were interested in about me, and if they were interested at all. I got a few of them, right? It reminded me of old school radio days when we used to do those sort of things, because again, on pirate radio, it was YouTube of the past, right? And that is facts, and I always stand by that. That's me saying that. Being a YouTuber is the same as a radio presenter back in the day. It's just visuals as well as audio, and back in the day we just had audio, all right? So cool. Follow me up on all the socials though. DJ Madness Official on Instagram, Pirate Chronicles series on Instagram, Madness KMA across the board of all the SoundClouds, Mixclouds, YouTube, of course, is Pirate Chronicles series. That's the big channel. And of course, my music channel, which is running side by side as well. That's Madness KMA, MADDNESS on YouTube for the music channel. Without further ado, let's get into today's Q&A right here on the channel. What up? All right, let me go over to my Twitter and see what we got. I find it a boring platform, you know, even from when it first came out. I had the Twitter account for years, and like, anyway, let me see. It's like the radio days, right? Andrew Rushmore 28 asks, what are you now doing in your career? What are you now doing in your career? Okay, cool. In my career now, obviously, as you can see, this is my main focus, is the channel, and getting it to 1,000 subscribers is my goal by next February 2024. Can I get it to 1,000 subscribers? Can you help me out? And subscribe, please, because I'm putting in the work right here. Me and the cast members as well, but you know, behind the scenes, there's a lot of work to run a channel, and that's what I'm doing now. For those that did inquire as well, or have realized or even care, I don't DJ out anymore, and I stopped doing radio. So, you know, a lot of people haven't been able to find me, or you find me on my socials. I'm always there, DJ Madness Official on Instagram, and you can always get a link from what I'm doing there, because I always post my new stuff, and my TikTok page as well. Yes, I do have a TikTok, Madness KMA on there, and remember to spell it correct. Don't get it twisted, the MADDNESS KMA, all right? So that's what I'm doing now, Andrew, and that is my focus for the year, all right? Next one, Essex Mitchell. I'll put it in down there anyway. XX Mitchell asks, what's your most memorable moments as a DJ? Loads. There's loads of memorable moments over the 3 decades plus that I was doing DJing and playing out there on the field. And because I was involved in McMahon Promotions on the relaunch when it came back out in the later parts of the 2000s. And so that's always dear to me as well, because even back in the days from the Club Coliseum, we had amazing times. Memorable moments would be perhaps when myself and Rankin got a residency in Scotland. And I'll tell you why it was important, because no one else had garage up there at the time. It was house music. It was people like Bobby and Steve and them man that was playing up there, you know, so you would get that type of big house events up there, you know, that groovy house. But to take house and garage up there and be the first to do it was groundbreaking at the time, because it was amazing, because if Rankin will remember this, we was pulling in like 3,000-4,000 in the club. Just us, man, me and him, and we was the headliners, and we was playing like 3-hour set down there. And we've done quite a few of those residencies until we messed up one time. Funny story time, actually. We missed the flight on one of the occasions, and it wasn't my fault, it was Rankin's fault. He wanted to pick up something before we go down there. So we got to the airport late, we missed that flight. Rang the promoter, said, can you please change the flights over? They changed it to another thing. We was at Heathrow and we had to get to Gatwick. And then it was bare traffic to get over to Gatwick, and we didn't make it in time, and we missed the flight again, and then basically I think we lost the booking and we never went back there again. But it was a memorable moment in Scotland, because to bring in the thousands that we did. And other good times as well is when we used to do Freaking You at Camden Palace. As a pirate radio station can pull in thousands of ravers in a week and a half, 2 weeks flat notice of, right guys, the event's coming up, you got to promote the event and push it hard on the radio. But here what, we got a cancellation date, so we only got a week and a half, or we only got 2 weeks to fill this, let's do it. And we used to ram it out each and every time. And I tell you, the buzz in the air in the week leading up to the Freaking You event by Freak FM was sensational. Every single time, it didn't miss a beat, because we was running around, we was meeting people, we was out there selling tickets and meeting people, mixtapes, we was doing all kind of things. And me and Rankin used to do our own little circuit around North London as well. We used to go and meet up with people. The listeners used to have a chance to come and meet us, and then we'll sell them the tickets and they will see us down there or whatever it is. And you know, it was amazing times, because the buzz was in the air. Did you get your clothing right? Did you get your dubs right? Did you get your tunes right? How are you going to perform on the night? And there's a massive queue around the corner of Camden Palace, and it was amazing to just get through there, getting shown the love that we did from the audience and the fan base. That was our North London fan base, East London, you know, that was our main core fan base at the time, until we started delving over to South London more with exposure and events like that. There's tons, there's loads more. Anyway, next one, Samantha Ellis 985. Yeah, Samantha Ellis 985 asks, why am I not on radio anymore? Good question, because so many people has asked me over the years, why are you not doing radio anymore after 30 years? We know you on radio, if it's pirate radio, if it's you've done the legal circuit for the national radios, but we can't find you anymore. Madness, you're a radio man. Why are you not doing radio anymore? I lost the love of it. When you're going round and round from back in the day and you're grafting from pirate radio station, when you're on the main platforms and you're busting out there London wide and outside of London, and then you're traveling up and down the country, it was a sense of unity amongst that brand that you was building with that radio station. So it was something that you was proud to be part of and to be representing as part of that team, the Freak Elite team. And we was going out, we was breaking West End Market, and you know, we was doing bits out there. And even with Cool London Days, you know, these major stations, when you're playing on there, it's a sense of the origins of pirate radio for us coming up from the 90s. When you've done that and then you start moving on in time, and then the internet came in play. When the internet came in play, it just mashed up everything, because you know, vinyl sales, everything, you know the story how it goes, the record people that used to meet in the record shops, the fellow DJs and artists, MCs, and we all used to link at certain points, whether it be the dub cutters or whatever. All them days are gone, they're lost. So when it came into radio, it became streaming. So everybody started streaming, and then through the pandemic, it was like everybody was doing either showing what talent they have or what talent they did never have in the first place. And it became apparent to me that it just didn't mean anything anymore. Going up to radio, and I was one that produced my radio shows and really take heed of what I'm doing and produce people's radio shows. And even when we resurrected Freak again back in 2011, was it? And you know, I was very much in the in the management team with the programming and producing of shows, because I was very much a stickler and a bit of a bastard for some people, because they would think, rah man, my man always thinks that he's too much, man. My man always going to say, man, this is ringing up his moaning again, because I was on it. When I was running the network, I was on it, because if I can do it and show you a way of a structure and formula within your radio show, I figured that other people could do it as well. And why hold back on how I do it? So I used to try and tell people, oh, this is how I did it. Maybe this is a thing. And people say, how come you have your jingle so on point, and the certain mixes that you do, and you're playing these exclusives, and you break it down with coming up next, you know, the sort of sections that I would do, because I pre-produce it. I do it before I get to the radio, so I'm concentrating on what the tunes was given to me. So anyway, there was a lot that I used to put into radio. It just kind of lost all kind of love for radio for me. It didn't have the same feeling as original Pirate days, especially radio presentation the way I have. If I'm not feeling it in my heart, I have to be true to myself, and I stepped out of the game some time now. My last radio show was on Flex FM. What advice you give to aspiring DJs? What advice would I give to aspiring DJs? Well, wow. DJs today, it's just where it is. Okay, it's like where AI is at the moment. And I'm a fan of AI, because I'm thinking, okay, cool. The evolution of life keeps moving forward, and modern technology is part of it, and AI is part of it. And no doubt it's going to be taken over, and people are going to be losing jobs, all kind of things, I'm telling you. You know what I mean? But for the benefit of producing or making film content and YouTube content, there's so much advantages to it, and that's why I can respect it, you know what I mean? But with that, in the relation to DJs, from vinyl DJs to CD to memory sticks to DJ controllers to the sync button pressed on or off, whatever, computer DJs, laptop DJs, whatever you want to call it, modern DJs, it's modern times, isn't it? A lot of DJs embrace the modern technology as it moved along. So advice that I would give to DJs today is, everyone's going to say that's the same one, right? Be original. Do you. Be yourself. Don't copy others. Have dubs. Have dub plates. Be exclusive, and be who you want to be as a DJ, right? If you have an idol in the music industry, if you're from the garage industry or the drum and bass jungle industry, whatever, I would have a lot of dub cutting, chopping, mixing, quick transitions into other mixes, because it had a telling story of a question and an answer. I've always said that for so many times. Make sure you got your question and your answer in your DJ set. Question, deck 1, answer, deck 2. You get it? Right. And when you put those together, be creative, because today you got stems, right? So you can filter out and isolate the vocals, the middle section, the instruments, and the bass sections as well. You can really get creative today, and I would advise, do it, man. Go for it, because there's DJs that when you look online and you see some of their DJing tricks and their skills, like Rossi B and Luca, big them up. Rossi B and Luca's been created from time, and if anyone's the most technical out there at the moment in the garage scene, I would say them, man. Where did all the essence get lost? Do you know what I mean? It's like people just playing tunes for the sake of it and saying they got new tunes and exclusive or new remixes or whatever it is, and really and truly it's whack. It don't really cut it. But the crowd and audience doesn't really care anymore to say that they would listen to your favorite DJs back in the day. If it was Carl Tough Enough Brown, wow, he dropped so many dubs. He dropped a different version of that dub. I've never heard that one before. And wow, you know, with Madness come on, he had some underground beats and some serious wonky bass line, warified. Do you know what I mean? And for the gallem, we always took care of the gallem, because it was ladies first, entourage. What advice would you give aspiring DJs, apart from originality is part of a major key? Copying other people just don't get you nowhere. It is what it is. So originality is a big key in the business as it is today. Do make sure to like, subscribe, and share right here on the Mad React series. I'm glad to hear from you. If you could drop the comments down below, and any Q&As that we want to do in the future, feel free to drop the comments below. You can follow and holler on Instagram, DJ Madness Official, and do follow up the new Instagram for Pirate Chronicles series as well. Make sure you subscribe on the channel, hit the notification bell, so when we hit the premieres, they're coming up every Wednesday 7 p.m, and by Friday you got the next episode dropping of something else as well. So do stay tuned for more. Right, I'm out. Peace.